What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Gemini Jets October 2020 releases. Starting with this model release video, I'm going to incorporate a tier list / ranking system into these model release videos. So how it'll work is I'll give a certain model a grade from A to F. It'll be on a scale of A to F, kind of like a school grading system pretty much. And I'll pretty much explain why. There's various factors that will affect what grade a model gets, such as the quality of the mold, how many collectors are wanting it or have requested it to the manufacturer, so it doesn't matter if it's Gemini Jets or NG models. Even though Gemini Jets very rarely answers requests, it's mostly NG that does that, but I'll still count that for the Gemini Jets models. And there's also other factors that I will fail to mention as well that will affect the grade. So, anyways, on to the October releases. I don't know what to expect. So far, a lot of people have been asking, like, where are the October releases? I know I've been waiting too. As I look right now, I'm recording this on the evening of October the 3rd, which is a Saturday, and looks like they're on round 3 of posting the September models, and they're on this new arrival stage, and I've seen something new. They just post the models on, like, a black background instead of the spinny 360 video, so I wonder if that'll be up next, and if that's the case, it's going to delay the release of the new models by several days because they have like a big 6-hour gap in between those videos rather than a 4-hour gap. I don't know why they do it. It's kind of annoying that they have to post the models that many times in a row, but whatever, they can do whatever they want, so I won't complain too much. So, once the October releases are out, we'll cut over to those, and then after that, the grading system tier list thing, whatever I want to call it, that will be right at the end of the video. So, let's get started. Alright, looks like the October releases have finally been announced. It is currently October the 13th as of me recording this, and they decided to do the videos again, and we had to wait like an extra week or so for these releases to be announced. I don't know why they did it. It's very annoying that they had to make us wait an extra week. So I'm keeping my expectations a little bit higher than I had before because we had to wait extra for them to finish the videos. So we do have the releases finally posted on their website. I'm not really looking at anything to spoil it or anything like that. So we're down at the 1-200s. Let's go ahead and get started with those. Okay, the first one we have is a Thai McDonnell Douglas MD-11 in the old colors. Hotel Sierra Tango Mike Echo looks to be the registration of this one. That looks pretty cool. Nice release for retro collectors here, so move on to the next one. This one, Spirit A320 in the banana livery. This is 649 November Kilo. Looks pretty good there. Wish they would have released this in 1-400, but I guess the 1-200 collectors are pretty happy there, so good release for the 1-200. Third item we have the Lufthansa Cargo MD-11 in the new colors. I believe this was a future release at some point. Actually, no, I don't think it was, but this is Lufthansa Cargo MD-11 in the new colors. I can't see the registration because I believe it is blocked by the winglet, but the subtitle will say what it is. Alright, number 4, we have, a KLM aircraft. I'm not sure what this is. I think this is, oh dang, there's like no identification. I think it's a Convair, I want to say. It's a KLM Convair. It's like a really old KLM livery. Like, this is a very, very old plane, and I think this is one of their oldest releases I've ever seen from them. Let's move up to the next one. Number 5. British Airways 747, so nice tribute to the Speedbird 74s that were sadly retired recently, along with the 100th anniversary special liveries. Kind of sad to see them go, but Gemini Jets has released one with just the standard British Airways livery, so it looks like we do have a flaps down version, and I believe the next one will be a regular version. And that is confirmed, so we do have that. Both are the same registration, but the flaps down will be a little bit more pricey. Next one, we have the ASA, Atlantic Southeastern Embraer 120. This was announced as a future release back in September, so it's only been a month since they announced it as a future release, and they got it out right away. So props to them for doing that. Nice retro regional right there. Regional retro. Try saying that 5 times fast. And it looks like we are at the end of the 1-200 releases, so let's go ahead and click on the last one. And it is an Air France Super, the Airbus A380. I believe Air France is retiring these at some point, or at least they have them in storage right now, so sadly the Air France Super will be going along with Supers from other airlines. I think like Lufty is getting rid of them. British Airways, not 100% sure. Malaysia, I don't really know. I mean, there's so many A380 operators out there, I've kind of lost track of them, but... So the 1-200 releases are pretty good. I'll go over my rankings for those releases once we take a look at the 1-400s. This one, I have some decent expectations, but I imagine Gemini Jets is going to severely disappoint. It looks like we may have a military set or something, because we only have 2 in this next widget. And it is, oh yes, McCord C-17! Nice! This is one I wanted them to release, and they did it. So great job, Gemini Jets. We got a McCord C-17. I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering this one. Next one we have, looks like the Royal Air Force P-8 Poseidon in 1-400 scale. This was also a future release, so both 1-400 Gemini Max future releases were announced this month, so that's kind of a good move on them. Let's move up to the real 1-400s. Let's see what they have in store for us this time. First one, we have a Volaris Airbus A321neo. Looks to have a November register, but a Mexican flag. I think it's 537 Victor Lima. That looks to be the registration on that one. Number 2, we have another interactive series. This time it's a UPS 747-8 freighter. Registration looks to be, I think, 606. So the interactive series, you got the nose that opens and the various cargo compartments that all open as well. In my opinion, if you're going to get those, leave the parts open because it looks ugly with the seam with all those parts when you have it closed. So I just don't like the interactive series. I just feel like that's going to become broken within a couple weeks, no matter how much you use it. Very little, especially. Number 3, we have a United 787-10 12010. They've had the 787-9 as a future release for about a year at this point, and I'm guessing if they're going to do a 787-10, they are probably not going to do a 787-9, so that's probably going to stay on there once again. Next up, we have a Qantas Link -8. I think it's a 100 or 200. I think I'm going to go with 200. Victor Hotel Tango Quebec X-Ray is a registration, so good Aussie release, so I'll give them that. Next one, we have another future release that's been announced, the Lufthansa Airbus A340-300 in the new livery. So this just has the dark purple tail and whatnot. So pretty standard Lufty livery, nothing too special here. We'll move on to the next one. Next one, we have a Hawaiian A330-200. This looks to be, I can't see the registration because it's all blurry, but NG already did this one. Not sure how much better the NG A330-200 Trent mold is than the Gemini, but I imagine a lot of people have the NG version already, so maybe not that many are going to get the Gemini. Next one, the LL 787-9 Jerusalem Gold. Actually, I don't even know if that is, because it looks more like greenish. I think I may be wrong on that, so my apologies if I said the wrong livery, because it's like a green version instead of the yellow. I don't know, it kind of looks like an eco-friendly livery or something. I really don't know, but the subtitle will say what it is, so apologies if it's not Jerusalem Gold. I sincerely apologize for the miscorrection, or the misconception, rather. Tumbled up on my words there. Next one, a British Airways Airbus A350-1000. So they are re-releasing this, and they have the correct winglets. Because the first release, from what I know, was missing the Union Jack on the winglets. So it looks like they do have that corrected with this set of release. Hopefully that will please some of the British collectors. And finally, American 787-9 in the standard livery. And that looks to be it. So Oh boy, I really don't know what to say with this one. The only good one I'd say is the McCord C-17. At least for me, more specifically. That's really the only good one here. So yeah, once again, another disappointing month for 1-400. But I guess they're putting more focus on the 1-200s now. Yep. So releases are crap once again. The only one I'm going to be getting is the McCord for sure. And yeah, that is about it. So let's move on to the tier list. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the ranking for each of the releases. So just a small bit of text will appear on the bottom of your screen showing the ranking I'm giving for a certain model, and then after that it will move on to the next model. So we have the 1-200s up here. Let's go ahead and start out at the top, and we'll move it down to the bottom. So we have the Air France A380. I'll give that a B, just because, you know, A380s are always nice to see, especially in the 1-200 scale, but they're huge. The price is almost $200, so if you got enough money lying around, I guess go ahead and get it. So I'll give that a B. The Atlantic Southeastern Embraer 120. Kind of a little bit undecided on that ranking, but I'll go with the same ranking. I'll go with a B on this one. I always like to see some regional planes every now and then, but this just kind of, it seems to be a little bit out of my league. I like more of the current day regional aircraft. We have the two British Airways 747-400s, the standard livery with just the normal wings and then the flaps down, but $200.95 seems to me a little pricey compared to the $181.95 that the regular version is. So I'll give the regular version an A, but I'm going to give the flaps down. Actually, I'll just give it a regular ranking. I'm not going to let the price affect the ranking that much. I don't want to seem spoiled. So both of them will get an A, but if you've got enough money for the flaps down version, I'd recommend it. Let's move on to the Convair 340 of KLM. So that's what that was. So I was right in the Convair part. I'm not really sure what to give this one. Yeah, I'll give it a C. It just seems kind of like an obscure release. Doesn't seem like many would be interested. Maybe some of the really elderly collectors, that maybe have seen these at some point, or maybe those that had relatives that have seen it a long time ago. I think that's really the only ones that may get this one, but who knows. I'll go ahead and give the Lufthansa Cargo a B on this one. Mostly because it's kind of a highly anticipated model, kind of a popular one sometimes, and I know they're getting rid of these at some point, so might as well grab them while they're still relevant. Spirit A320, I'll go ahead and give that one kind of an A+. Always like seeing these North American domestic models that are quite rare, but unfortunately it is in 1-200, so I will be unable to get this one since I don't collect 1-200s. And then finally the Thai. I'll give this one a B, so pretty good here. I like the little bit of the retroness that we had in this set of release with the Embraer 120, the KLMs, Convair 340, and the Thai MD-11. So the 1-200 seems to be a little bit better than the 1-400s. Let's move over to the 1-400s. The American Airlines, I'll give that one kind of a B. I don't want to really give it a perfect score just because, I think there's been plenty of these that have been released, and I think that we should just have something else there instead. A350 1000, I'll go ahead and give that kind of an A. The problem with that first release was that, well, it didn't have the Union Jack, but this one does, so they have corrected that issue. So I'll give them an A for this one. For correcting that issue and giving us another chance to grab a British Airways A350 1000 if we don't have one yet. The Jerusalem of Gold. Okay, so it was the Jerusalem of Gold, but the preview image, it's like, what the heck is going on? I don't know if it's supposed to be like this dark of a color. I mean, it's leaning more towards like a green than a yellow goldish color, because I'm going to go ahead and look up a NG model diagram here of that exact plane, because I know they've released it. And yeah, so I've got an image pulled up, and yeah, holy crap, they are way off on the color on this one, like really bad. I mean, the kind of on the bottom of the fuselage and right near the tail, they're kind of accurate. I think the most accurate part of these colors is the bottom of the fuselage, but the rest, it's like, what the heck? Why are you using the wrong colors? I hope that they fix this. So I'm going to give this a D just because of the wrong colors. It looks terrible, and I at least hope that they will fix this when the production photos are released in a few weeks. So kind of a crappy job with the production image, but we'll see what the actual model looks like once that is out. Hey guys, just going to quickly intervene the video here. I've heard a lot of people say that the colors may be a little more accurate than I anticipated, but just based off eyeballing it initially, it looked to be quite off to me, so if it's actually right, just please politely correct me in the comments. I don't want to have to deal with any arguments or any issues or anything like that in the comment section, so just please keep it civil down there. You can politely debate about it in the comments if you want. Otherwise, any comments that are attempting to target me violently, they will be removed. So just please understand that, and I do apologize for the misconception if I said that the colors are wrong when it actually isn't. I know it's just the production image, and we don't get the actual model images out for a couple weeks, so this is just going based off the images that are initially shown at the released date. So by the time the next set of releases come out, I'll probably fix the grade. So for now, it'll stay as it is. So just wanted to intervene in case, anything were to start in the comment section. So hopefully you understand. We'll get back to the video. A330. Did I say? I think I said it was a 200. This is actually a 300. So I'll give this one a B. I do like seeing these, but I don't really see a need for those in my collection. Lefty A340-300. 4 engines for long haul. I'll kind of give this one a B as well. So kind of on the same level as the Hawaiian A330. The Qantas Link -A200. I'll give this one a C. It just kind of seems like something that maybe not that many would need, except some of the Aussie collectors. So Aussie collectors, you may give this one an A ranking, unlike me. I'll give it a C. United 787-10, I'll give this one kind of a B-. Just mostly because, NG's already kind of released this, and I think some people just like the NG mold over the Gemini mold, but I just kind of like how, Gemini's trying to release the same models, hopefully trying to give collectors an extra chance to get these models. UPS Interactive Series, the 7478. I'll give this one kind of a B- as well. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Interactive Series. I just see the models getting broken within a matter of like a couple weeks or so. Yeah, I just don't like the Interactive Series. I may get one for shots and goggles in the future, but other than that, I don't really see much of a need of those. Plus, they're very expensive at like $66.95. It just doesn't seem worth my money to get those. Volaris A321neo, I'll give this one a B as well. Maybe some will probably get it, mostly maybe the Mexican collectors and those that live next to airports that get Volaris services. I think Chicago does, and maybe some southern U.S. airports. I don't know which ones. They seem kind of scarce up in the U.S. And then for the Gemini Max releases, I'll give the P8. I'll give that one an A. I like the P8 Poseidon. I don't have one in my collection yet, but I'm considering on getting one in the future. And the McCord, I'm going to give it an A because, well, I'm getting that model. So I need a C17 for my collection. I think this McCord one will offer a great excuse for me to get one of those. So the 1400 just kind of seems maybe a little bit better than September. Thankfully, no Emirates were released this month. That's what I'm most happy about. I'm most happy that there's no Emirates, so I don't have to worry about that. But, I mean, the 1400, it's just, and for me, it's not really all that great. But nevertheless, there's always good models for other people, so I'd like to see what you guys are going to be getting. Obviously, as I said many times already, I'm going to get the McCord C17, since I kind of want a C17 for the collection, and since I have the C5 Galaxy already, the one from, I think it was Travis Air Force Base out in California. But other than that, I think will conclude the video. So with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.